Welcome to City Insider. This is the YouTube channel that will bring Man City fans the latest news of the club in our hearts. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications to support me. Memphis Depay and Yannick Carrasco score as Pep Guardiola's side suffer defeat in South Korea. Manchester City suffered their first defeat of pre-season as second-half goals from Memphis Depay and Yannick Carrasco gave Atletico Madrid a 2-1 win in South Korea. Guardiola named a strong side in South Korea with Erling Haaland starting up front alongside Julian Alvarez. Kickoff at the Seoul World Cup Stadium was twice delayed due to torrential rain, which at one stage appeared to have threatened the fixture from going ahead. City thought they had taken a first-half lead when the match eventually got underway, only for Rodri's effort from a Phil Foden corner to be ruled out for a foul. Alvarez, Foden, and Haaland all missed good openings for the treble winners during the first half. Depay, one of several second-half substitutes, put Atletico Madrid ahead with a powerful drive past Stefan Ortega from the edge of the box. Diego Simeone's side quickly doubled their advantage through Yannick Carrasco. Carrasco drifted past Rico Lewis from a wide position, before sending a low shot into the corner of the City net. City grabbed a late consolation from a set-piece, with Ruben Dias heading in Sergio Gomez's corner in the 85th minute. Guardiola's side will now return back to England to play the Community Shield against Arsenal next weekend. Man City make big decision on João Cancelo's future. The versatile 29-year-old appeared destined to sever ties with the Premier League champions this summer after seeing a loan move to Bayern Munich sanctioned in January. A €70 million, £60 million purchase option was included in that deal, but said clause will not be triggered by the German title holders. That has led to Cancelo sparking talk of renewed interest from Barcelona, who have been monitoring his situation for some time, and Arsenal, who lured Gabriel Jesus and Alexander Zinchenko away from City in 2022. The Sun now reports that no deal will be done as Cancelo is set to be offered a clean slate by Pep Guardiola. The demanding Catalan coach is said to have been impressed by the Portugal international's attitude and humility during a pre-season tour of Asia. He will now be included in City's plans for 2023-24. Cancelo, who has taken in 154 appearances for City, is under contract at the Etihad through to 2027 and will be retained by Guardiola as Kyle Walker is being linked with a move to Bayern, leaving the Blues in need of another defensive option that can handle the demands of the inverted fullback role that they now favour. Bernardo Silva agrees with Phil Foden about £150,000 a week. Man City star Bernardo Silva has given his first thoughts about Mateo Kovacic during Manchester City's stint in South Korea. City have played a couple of games now in their pre-season tour of Asia. Pep Guardiola's side have played against Yokohama F. Marinos and Bayern Munich in Japan. City have filmed a new video for their website, with Kovacic, Bernardo, and Calvin Phillips all being interviewed. At one point, Bernardo is asked what he thinks about Kovacic so far and how he has settled in. He said, "He's settled in very well. I think we welcomed him very well. He's a very good player as well. It's a big signing for us. One more to help us win things." Kovacic has impressed City fans so far. Against Bayern Munich, he operated as a holding midfielder, with John Stones supporting. Youngsters Rico Lewis and James McAtee were ahead of him. He looked very comfortable indeed, with his technical quality allowing him lots of time and space with the ball. Bernardo has echoed the thoughts of Phil Foden about Kovacic. The 23-year-old stated earlier this week that the new signing already looks at home at City, believing he's settled nicely. The early signs over Kovacic are very good. The Croatian international felt like a solid signing at the time, and he is already showing that he will be a great fit. Star Kovacic had apparently been on Pep Guardiola's radar for some time. It is easy to understand why. The star is very press resistant, and he can easily wriggle out of tight spots, which is a very useful skill. It's going to be interesting to see just how much he features in his first season at the club. Quite possible, he could become another Manuel Akanji in that. Most expect him to be a rotation player, but he could actually turn out to be a key starter. Man City target set to be handed huge new contract. So far this summer, the citizens have only signed one player, midfielder Mateo Kovacic from rivals Chelsea. Despite only completing one signing, City have been linked with several players, including Crystal Palace star Michael Olise. It appears, though, that City's interest may have prompted Palace to offer the winger a new contract. As per Football Insider, the Eagles are set to hand Olise a new contract that will earn him more than £100,000 per week in an effort to deter interest from City. Olise, 21. Joined Palace from then Championship side Reading back in 2021 and, after forcing his way into the first team during the 2021-22 season. The winger enjoyed a fine campaign last term. In total, Olise made 40 appearances across all competitions, scoring 2 goals and providing 11 assists. The player's current contract isn't set to expire until the summer of 2026, but he could be rewarded with a lucrative new deal as Palace look to secure his long-term future and ensure he stays put at Selhurst Park. If Olise does sign a contract extension worth around £100,000 per week, it would make him one of the highest earners at Palace, following the departure of Wilfried Zaha to Galatasaray last week. It is claimed that City had identified Olise as a potential replacement for Riyad Mahrez, who departed the Etihad earlier this week in order to join Saudi Arabian side Al Ahly. Despite this, and reported interest from fellow Premier League side Chelsea, the report claims that Palace are confident of fending off interest in Olise. The France under-21 international is said to have a release clause included in his current contract, believed to be set at £35 million. And that's the end of this video. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications to support me.